and hit the record button. Okay, that'd be great. Awesome. Thanks for that. But anyway, while I'm here, I might as well show you this. This is kind of what you would see when you're watching the video. Okay, you're going to see this exact image. Okay, when you pull up the video, you'll see the information. You hear me talking. You'll see my lovely half face. Okay, so that'll be focused on me mostly. When we do math stuff, okay, we will be doing math stuff. What I'm simply going to do is, I used to do it up here on the big whiteboard. Now I'm going to be doing it down here because I can articulate the camera like so. And you'll see me do my math on here. I can even zoom out. We'll be able to do some math stuff on here. And you can see that. But also, in the audience, you can see it out there as well. Okay. The whole time that I'm doing anything on this computer, it is recording every step. Okay. So let's keep that in mind. So there shouldn't be an issue. All right. Actually, remember to turn that time. Let's talk about syllabus a little bit. First, you need a copy of your syllabus. Where are you? Here we go. All right. So you'll notice when you get this, take a look at the very back of the last page. Okay? It is a signature page. I ask that yourself, as well as a parent or guardian, sign this. And if you could return this to me next week, give you plenty of time to get it done. Plus, after tomorrow, you're not here until next Tuesday. That's kind of difficult. And I'll be here. So, just do that for me. That way, it just shows that you have read, acknowledged some of the expectations and how the class operates. Okay. So let's kind of run down this real quick. Oh, there it is. Hide. Nope. Just kidding. All right. So, again, this is 4th hour intro Chem. This, if you happen to get booted out of Google Classroom or whatever, the code is right here. Okay. Preferred method of contact. There's my email right there. My email is tied to my phone, so it usually gives me a notification in relatively quick time. So if you email me, I usually try to give a pretty quick response. Even if it's something that I can't answer until the next school day, I will at least let you know. So you don't sit there and panic and get concerned all night, lose sleep, because you just need to know this answer for intro to Chem. Okay, I'll try to at least take some of that worry off you. All right. I do have a Twitter. I'm not very good at it. I try to be good at it. It's up there. I do post some stuff. Like I say every year, I'm going to try to post more stuff every year. So if you have Twitter, you can go ahead and do that. Other than that, it's the other thing's YouTube. So that's where you can find some other stuff. And like for Twitter and stuff like that, I'll take pictures of some of the labs we might do, some whatever we might be doing something cool in class, or just funny science memes. I like memes, so who knows. But that's really the gist of getting a hold of me. And before I forget, I do want to talk about what you can expect to do this week in class. As I mentioned, if you look at the back here, procedures today. Tomorrow's the intro lab. Again, we're going to hopefully decide that today, what we're doing. And then on Thursday, you have the assignment to watch a lab safety video. It's like a 14 and a half minute video. Should cover all things that we need to worry about in terms of lab safety. Now, when we do a lab that does involve chemicals, I will, beforehand, I will point out the necessary locations of some of the items that you'll see in the video, like the fire blanket, which is back there, the fire extinguisher, which is up here, 2-door exits, the shower and eye wash is over there. So watch that. And then on Friday, you'll have a lab safety quiz, worth points. And it is a rather lengthy quiz. So when it does come live and you have an opportunity to do it, unless you're in the middle of something, start working on it, okay? Now, with assignments like that, I typically do put a due date on. So you will have to have that finished by 11:59 p.m. on Friday night. I think you could do a quiz about lab safety in that amount of time. You should have well over, I think, 12 hours to finish it. So, but you only get one shot at it, I believe, how it's set up. Anyway, course description. Again, we're going to be covering numerous topics throughout this year. Like I said, we're flipping the first and second semester. So first semester is actually going to be physics, covering Newton's laws, first dimensional kinematics, simple machines, work, sound, light, optics, Earth and space, if time allows. Fortunately, we didn't get a chance to do Earth and space this year because we got let out a little earlier. But that's always a fun time because we'll probably still do it towards the end of the year. That's when we see really drastic changes in weather, especially at that time in mid-spring. Like I said, you're going to get your textbook back here shortly. And we're out here at 10:55. Yeah, not much time. Materials that you should bring every day: blue or black pen, colored pencils. If you have colored pencils, bring them because there are times where we color code stuff just for user simplicity. Highlighters if you want to. Again, calculators, 3-ring binders, a notebook or loose leaf. If you are a person who prefers to do math work in pencil, bring a pencil. Just something to make you a little more at ease. Again, grading procedures. There is no extra credit. Okay. So I like one of this means. Yes, again, I am cheap. I stole that off the internet. I didn't even bother to cut it out. But it's left here over summer where there was no air conditioning. Look what it's done. It's poured out. Basically, this means, I don't give extra credits. Okay, I don't, because you got to do the credit that's originally assigned in order to do well in here. Okay, if you stay on top of your work here, participate, get things turned on time, you'll be just fine. Okay, you'll be just fine. Absences, again, you know when you're absent. With all this mess that's going on now, it's going to be really hard for me to remember if you were gone one day, but you'll have a pretty good idea yourself. So come see me. Ask me if there's anything you missed. Again, I'll try to put everything out onto Classroom, so you can also check there. But, again, you've got to try to let me know, get the makeup work yourself. Quizzes and tests, again, if you missed the day before quiz or test, expect to take it the next day you're back. If you happen to miss the day of a quiz or test, expect to take it the day you get back. Because this year, you are carrying your lockers on your back, therefore, you should always have your materials with you. Okay? And you will also know that there is a quiz or test coming up probably about a week in advance. Okay? I don't really do top quizzes or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that in here. Okay? I really do homework checks just for understanding. That's just, I think, easier. Get exams as well. Exams will be about 100 points each. So you're gonna have approximately, we kind of estimated, for each chapter you're gonna have about 200 points a chapter, and we're gonna try to cover about at least 6 chapters, 5, 6 chapters a semester. That's a good chunk of points. Okay. So again, if you stay on top of everything, you'll be all right. Let's see here. Okay, we talked about absences. Again, you can read some of the academic integrity. You've probably heard in other classes or anything like that. Just make sure your work is your own. All right. Things to not bring to class: hats, mobile phones. If you have not heard that, they are really cracking down this year. Okay, you can only have a mobile phone or cell phone before school, at lunch, or after school, or unless indicated by myself. I say, hey, we're gonna do a Kahoot. Bring your phones. Bring your phones. Okay, or have your phones out. But they, other than that, not even during passing periods, do they want you to have your phone on, or phone out even. Okay, big deal. So just don't do that. And if you feel like you're tempted, put your phone in your book bag starting tomorrow. We're gonna put the bags up here. Do that. You don't bring anything other than water. And if you do bring water, make sure it's in a clear container. Food, just don't. Okay, because at some point there will be chemicals out here, hazardous chemicals, that some might get spilled onto a desk or a lab station. You don't want food here. Okay. Plus, if you happen to drop some food, I really don't like mice. Okay, they're cute and all, but I really just don't want to have them around. So let's not do that. Anything that might interfere with instructions or instruction, just don't bring it. So you get the gist. These are just topics that we're going to cover, or aim to cover, I should say. Then you have your parent sign. All right. So another thing I want to give to you is a few more documents. Really simple documents. First one is the COVID-19 Syllabus Addendum. Hey, first year for this and hopefully last year for this. It really is just a reiteration of information that has already been sent out through email and through Google Classroom by me. Okay, it's just letting you know that this is a day-to-day setup. Things are fluid. Things can change. Things how this classroom is going to operate, how you're going to receive information of lessons, and gives you your kind of weekly schedule when you're going to be here, which you probably already know when you're going to be here. You get one? No. Okay. You get one? No. Okay. Okay. But one of the main takeaways you want to have is if you look towards the bottom, capitalized and bolded, it says it is imperative that each student, whether you are remote, whether you're going to be on class, or whether you are a hybrid learner who's going to be at home, like I'm for you Thursdays, Fridays, and Mondays. Always, at the start of every day, you probably wake up, check your email, check Google Classroom. Okay? Typically, if something has been posted to Google Classroom, it'll be email notifying you. Okay? That doesn't go just for me. That goes for all teachers in general. Okay? Because there's so much stuff that's just going to be out there that you really want to make sure that you are on top of it. Okay? At the start of every week, I will do my best to have a schedule of what we're doing that week sent out and posted on Classroom and an email. Okay, I'll also have it back there. Okay, you can probably figure out it's a lot of work. Okay, there may be a time where something gets accidentally skipped. Okay, just know that we're trying to do our best, and we'll get there. Last thing we have to do, or I should say, pass out, is just for your information work document here. Okay, have you heard of Google Meets, or have you used Google Meets? Has anybody not heard of Google Meets? Cool. Well, we just kind of got it here at school, and I'm still new at it. And there may be a time where I feel like using Google Meets might be a better option that day for whatever information that we're learning about. Okay? So, if and when we do a Google Meets, here are just a list of expectations for those times. One of the big ones is make sure you are dressed appropriately, and by that I mean please make sure you actually have clothes on. Okay, I've heard quite a few stories from fellow teacher friends that, whoo, boy, yeah, great. So make sure you got that. Okay. So basically, just a few things here. When we do this, again, proper attire. When you sign in, make sure that you mute yourself, rock star, unless you're specifically called. And then, if you're going to eat, I know it says like don't eat or drink. Just keep your snacks off to the side and don't sit there and chomp on food. That's honestly one of my pet peeves, seeing somebody who chews their mouth open. So please don't do it. I will say something. And just make sure you follow proper etiquette and expectations that you would here. If someone's speaking, don't interrupt them. If you have a question, just say you have a question. Okay. You don't have to share your video, but audio you probably want to have. So make sure you hold on to that. Last thing I want to do, we've got 10, 12 minutes, or so, actually a little less than that because we got to make sure that we get everything disinfected. We're going to do textbooks. Okay. So what I'm going to do is call you up one at a time. Okay. These are our textbooks right here. All right. Some are obviously in better shape than others. No, your number is going to be either written here on the bottom, on the top, or in here. So the easiest one's probably in there because some people wrote the numbers upside down. But yeah. So when I call your name, just go up there, grab a book, tell me the number and the condition it's in. You can just say good, fair, awful, that good stuff. Okay, let's see here. Caden Crowder. Number. Actually, you know what? I'll call numbers at the very end. Okay. Sierra Dodson. David Jenkins. Okay. Natalie. Ashton. Caden. Coleman. Bailey. Haley. Caitlin. Jesse. Lastly, Jacob. All right. Cade, what was their number? 10. Condition? Fair. Sierra number? 52. Condition? David? Condition? Fair. Natalie?
35.
Condition? Fair. Ashton?
16.
Condition. Cade. Calvin.
122.
Bailey.
84.
And what?
84.
Eric. Haley.
85.
Caitlin.
98.
Jesse.
113.
And Jacob. Excellent. All right. So make sure you bring those books every day. Actually, we got through that a lot faster than I thought we would. Awesome. So kind of what we're going to do again over the next couple of days is just get in the routine. Okay. Our main goal of this week really is to make sure everybody can log on to Classroom. Everyone is receiving emails and notifications about assignments being posted, and not necessarily assignments, but information. Okay, our real lessons from the book won't begin until next week. Okay, so we'll all be kind of on the same page. But other than that, do you have any questions? And we'll probably go through the textbook briefly, start tomorrow. Okay. But again, if you have any questions that come up between here and there, you just have to ask me and email me, or you can even post a message to me on Classroom. And really, that's it. Okay. Now, as part of our cleaning process, okay, with a few minutes that we have left in each class, you've already done it now 3 times, but we have to disinfect the desks and the lab station. So, how we're going to do it in here is when I say go ahead and start packing things up, obviously start packing things up, and then once you got everything packed up, stand at your desk. I'm going to come around with a paper towel, spray bottle. I'm going to have you take the paper towel. I will spray your desk once. You wipe it down as good as you can. Garbage is right up here. Okay. Once you've washed it, your desk, and you've thrown away your paper towel, I ask that you just stand at your desk. Okay. We can't congregate. Okay. But we can stand at our desk and remain distant from each other. All right. So go ahead and pack everything up. I'm going to stop the recording.